And many people have said to me, you should write a book about that. So I did.
Understand what rising above truly means.
Inspired me with ideas about the struggles that many people have.
We have reached a stage where we are seriously reflecting on who are we and who do we want to become next.
Hello, my name is Lisanne Erie. Welcome everyone to the Scottsdale Public Library's third virtual local authors book talk. This is an opportunity for authors to share their books and passion for writing. In connecting the community to our local authors, we hope to showcase their talent and share their stories. Before we introduce our featured authors today, let me tell you a little bit about the local author collection at the Scottsdale Public Library.
The local author collection started in 2009, born out of the Eat Local movement, which encouraged people to buy and eat food harvested from their own community and reestablish a connection between the eater and the grower. In the same spirit, our local author collection showcases the literary, musical, and filmmaking efforts of our community and introduces library users to unique homegrown talent. The collection started with about 37 authors and now has reached almost 800 authors. On November 6, 2010, the Scottsdale Public Library hosted the first local author program called Write Local, a writer's workshop, leading to the creation of the local author book sale, which has become one of the library's signature annual events. Arizona residents of all ages are encouraged to submit their books, music CDs, and DVDs for consideration. You can find the submission form and more information at our website. Each of our 4 library locations holds a section of our local author collection, and holds can be placed on the items from our library catalog. We're so excited for you to meet some of these local authors.
Thank you, Michelle, for narrating a brief history of our local author collection. Each episode of our virtual local author book talk centers on a theme. Today's theme is, what life experience has shaped your writing the most? Featured books and authors today include Isabel Banerjee, Who Am I Now? Penelope Bell, Heart's Healing, Maria Crimi Speth, Protect Your Writings, Sandra Rose Simmons, Moonglow. Let's see what the authors have to say.
Who am I now? A question asked many, many times throughout my life, but with increasing intensity and frequency and emotion as I reached my 60th year. I also learned, I'm not alone, that for most baby boomer women, we have transformed, reinvented, acted to fit the part of many roles in our lives, and now we have reached a stage where we are seriously reflecting on who are we and who do we want to become next. That question was the catalyst and the impetus for me to write this book, Who Am I Now? Feminine Wisdom, Unmasked, Uncensored, and to celebrate a milestone 65th birthday with the publication of this book. Through this experience of sharing my story, my truths, my embarrassing moments and messages, I also invited other women who were eager to share their own experiences and curated the wisdom of 20 women in this book. We want to make it easier for women of our generation and younger and around the world to embrace the remarkable transformations that we do go through as women, reinventing constantly, most to fit the part and fulfill a role and responsibility, and then finally coming to the time when we decide who we want to become to serve ourselves. I hope you'll enjoy this book. I have enjoyed the process of writing, sharing my story, the stories of other women, and together collectively creating the feminine wisdom, her story, that this book is. I'm delighted to share that this book is now often referred to as a womanual, or a guide to transformation or navigating through womanhood wonderland, as I like to refer to it. Who Am I Now has also been a very good catalyst for conversation between women so that they can share experience and tacit knowledge. And it's also been a great catalyst for conversation between generations and between partners and in relationships. The book isn't just a collection of wisdom, it's also a how-to vision the life you choose for yourself now, how to write the script for who you are now and who you want to become, and how to direct that very successful encore. I'd love to hear your stories and have you contribute to the collective of feminine wisdom. And I will include my contact information so that you can reach out and share. Thank you. Happy reading.
Hi, I'm Maria Speth. I'm the author of Protect Your Writings, a legal guide for authors. I've been practicing law for over 30 years, and my area of practice is intellectual property. I often lecture on helping people, especially authors, to protect their creative works and their creative writings. And many people have said to me, you should write a book about that. So I did. This book is a good resource for anyone who writes either blogs or books or authors articles or anything like that. My goal here was to be sure that you knew both how to protect your own writings and also how to be sure that you don't infringe the works of other people. And the book covers things like how to register your copyright, what's fair use and what's not fair use, and it has a lot of case studies and a lot of examples of situations that I've encountered over the years with my clients. That's Protect Your Writings, a legal guide for authors. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Penelope Bell, and I'm here to tell you about my recently released book, Heart's Healing. It's an adult contemporary romance and mystery. Heart's Healing is book 2 of my Phoenix Rising series, and it's dedicated to my father, Russ, and to the many men and women in the military and as first responders. Heart's Healing centers on characters dealing with the issues of PTSD, all genders and all ages. PTSD affects those who have seen the worst of humanity. Over 3 million cases are reported each year in the United States. There isn't a timeline for PTSD. It's immediate or it could be delayed. Family and friends of the victims of PTSD are affected as well. Seeking the help of a mental health professional can aid with the adjustments and the coping of PTSD. The characters in Heart's Healing are offered opportunities to handle and overcome their PTSD and to break away from its hold and start anew. Please read about the journeys and understand what rising above truly means. To my father and to those who have given their life to service and to protect and defend, I applaud you. Special thanks in writing this book go to my incredible military and first responder family members and friends who have been so helpful with their experiences and information pertaining to PTSD. You have all been so supportive and instrumental. You were truly invaluable in writing this book. You have all risen above and beyond.
Hi, I'm Sandra Rose Simmons, and I'd like to talk to you about my debut novel, Moonglow, an adult contemporary fiction set in Chicago. Sarah Flanagan has worked her way up to assistant manager of a bank, and then her former boyfriend becomes her boss, and she decides to take a promotion to branch manager of a bank in Highland Park. She moves to her new condo in the suburbs and leaves behind the single life in the city. She's just getting settled when an audit uncovers a theft at the bank, and now she's under pressure as a new manager to prove herself and protect the bank's reputation. Concern for her aging parents' health and safety, mixed with guilt when they want more of her time than she can give them. Uncertainty clouds every aspect of her life, and she's challenges her ability to cope with the situations that she's dealt with. Alone and lonely, she makes new friends, she explores new interests, and in the process, she meets an attractive young man, and she begins to consider the possibilities for love, companionship, and more. Since I write by the seat of my pants, the story takes over and flows through the experiences of Sarah's own experiences. It begins with an image of Sarah taking the train from Chicago to visit her parents' farm in central Illinois. She looks out the window at the moonlit landscape. She glimpses her own image superimposed on the eerie scene, like a ghost in the clouds, hovering over fields of corn and beans. I grew up in central Illinois, and that's a familiar landscape to me. I enjoyed writing about many places that I remembered. I started exploring my lifelong dream of becoming a writer when I lost my job. I took classes and workshops and developed some short stories. And many of my stories reflect my career path of being a teacher, a social worker, and developer of programs for private, nonprofit, and governmental organizations. My personal and professional life inspired me with ideas about the struggles that many people have to not only survive, but thrive and find meaning in life. Friends and family really have played a major role and continue to play a major role in my life and help me maintain balance, perspective as I navigated the difficulties of being a working single mother and a caregiver to my elderly parents and my life partner. Moonglow started out as a short story that turned into a novel. It's available at Scottsdale, Mesa, and Tempe libraries, as well as on Amazon as an ebook or in print. I invite you, and two of my short stories, The Family Secrets and The Hobo Shack, were published in local journals. I invite you to visit my website at www.sandrarosesimmons.com to learn more. And I hope that you enjoy your adventures in reading.
I hope you enjoyed What Life Experience Shaped Your Writing the Most, presented by the local authors we featured today. Remember, all of the books and authors featured here are available at the Scottsdale Public Library. If you would like to become a part of our local author collection here at the Scottsdale Public Library, be sure to visit our website. We are always accepting authors to grow our local collection. And if you would like to check out a book written by a local author, please visit us at the library. Join us again on Friday, April 23rd at 6:30 p.m. when the featured authors tell us what inspired them to write their books. Until next time. We look forward to seeing you again.